gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host of the hour, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. My favorite hour of the week. I always say that, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I always look forward to spending this time on YouTube with my YouTube friends. So, if anyone wants a reading with me, an in-person reading in Stratford, Ontario, call Spa Near the Tracks at 519-271-1293.
Yeah, but you can also dial 519-272-1293 and get the number right and actually be able to connect to the spa break and book your reading. Sally, do you have a bunch of emails that we got to get to?
Yes, I do. Well, not a bunch. I have three. And so 3 people who sent me an email at info@sallydiane.com right there is are going to get their readings first.
I didn't realize a bunch had a minimum numbers.
Okay, so this is from our friend Cindy. And Cindy is going to Florida, but her trip was delayed until November 3rd. Ugh, bother. But she wanted some insight and see what's going on with the rest of the trip. Oh my goodness, the first thing I see is rain and a lot of rain. You know, if with your vehicle, you might want to make sure that you get those tires that are better on rain. But I'm just seeing a lot about your tires and rain. So make sure that you get your tires checked, dear. And let's see what else you tell me about Cindy's trip to Florida. Now you're just asking about the trip. You're not asking about all the fun you're going to have playing golf once you're down in Florida.
Hit that like button.
Please. It does help us out so very much. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping track of Mercury retrogrades, and the only reason I mention it is the very first thing that comes up is the Page of Swords, and I get that as being written communication. So you can eliminate a lot of problems ahead of time just by checking, double checking, and triple checking everything. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Swords.
You can look over here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. And the Seven of Swords just says, it's going to be stressful. I really think you're going to be facing a lot of rain, and the trip down there is going to be stressful. I think that you should probably plan on taking a little bit more time and stopping one more time than you ordinarily would to, have a rest. Because I'm really getting like this tension, and you really don't need to start your your Florida winter on a bad note like that. Okay, there we go. And then you have the Five of Swords, but these swords are reversed. So all of this, everything I see coming up for your trip is avoidable. And that's just by double checking and triple checking everything, and be prepared for all the possibilities. But I just keep seeing this rain coming up. And I think it has to do with something about the tread on your tires. So make sure you check your tires before you go. Next time, ask me how your trip to Florida is going to be. I think you're going to find that much nicer. Because when I just focus in on your trip to Florida, well, then I get this impression of a lot of green grass, which I think is the golf course. I'm not a big golfer myself, so you can tell me. All right, so our next email is from Suzanne, and Suzanne wants to know if there's a message from my spirit guides, and she says in parentheses, you can consult the runes if you can consult with the runes, this would be great. Okay, Suzanne wants to get beat up. Okay, I can see that right now. So, what do Suzanne's spirit guides have to say to her? Okay. I know.
Duck, we're throwing these stones at you. Duck.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Not too many. Okay, so I can see this. You know, they're
We
saying,
can't see the bottom one.
oh, okay, well, it actually came like in this cross kind of configuration. And it does make sense because it's saying that, you know, they have always tried to get you to move forward. But it seems like whatever gift you're given, you kind of turn it on its side. And I don't get it. It's kind of like they're saying, yeah, we keep trying to give you gifts and you just don't accept the gifts we're giving you. And the big message from them is to, you know, make sure you think about tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And I think that has more to do with human relations than it does with money. And, you know, especially when I've seen gifts and everything, I just get this feeling that your guides want you to sort of, you know, consider the past as you move into the future, and they are reminding you that they are pushing you in a fortunate position, and you are in a fortunate position. Let's see what else they have to say. They're reminding you that you're loved. Right at the root of it, you've got love, and you've got somebody who's willing to help you out. And so I think that you should have a discussion. You know, I feel like you should have communication and maybe be more willing to accept that two-way street, because there is an idea a duality here too. And the one ahead, yeah, you've got 3 runes in a row that are kind of these mirror runes. Okay, so it does say that they are going to be sending you change, and they're just saying, you know, whatever gift we send you, even if it's not what you think you want, embrace it. So trust them. Okay.
And our last email question is from?
Is from, it's not Nancy, it's Sophie. And she's written a letter. Hello, it's Sophie. How are you? Still have not received reading. I know you're busy, and I am not sure. I didn't realize I was supposed to give her a reading. So anyhow, she says, yeah, I got laid off in my job last week. Now wondering if I'm going to get called back. Supervisor said he was going to call me back. Not doing very well, ... You can send me an email regarding my love with D and my career. Okay, so, Sophie, I will be, like I did send you a message that I will be answering your message on this first segment of the show. It seems like you want to know a lot, but I'll tell you what, Sophie, how about we just look at what you really need to know and put it out to your guides. What does Sophie need to know the most? What does Sophie need to know the most? It basically covered all the bases in your life. So let's see what the next step should be for you. You know, life is kind of a journey, one step at a time, and each step along the way, we're all juggling different issues from one step to the next. All right, so here's what your guides think you need to know the most. Right here. And the first one is the Hermit. And the Hermit is about that intuition, that taking time to look within oneself. Okay? So it's saying this is not, you know, don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to have your own your own space and your own ideas and your own dreams. Okay, so you are on you are on a path that's leading you to inspiration, Sophia. It seems like, you've got Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands talks about, getting on top of a situation and being on top of a situation, but it's reversed. So the meaning of it is also reversed. So it says that if you look right into the now, the cards are saying that you're picking the wrong battle. Like I said before, life is a series of things. We're always juggling different things, and sometimes we have to pick our battles. And they're warning you that right now you're picking the wrong battle. Yes, this is not time for you to be focusing in on love. And I just feel like there's something not right, not quite right there. Because the very first thing your guides tell you is focus in on yourself and learn to be alone. And they're giving me the lovers, but they're giving it to me reversed, and they're giving me the Seven of Wands reversed. And it also makes me wonder if perhaps you're hyper focused on love at a point in your life when you need to be focusing on career and education and moving yourself up a step or two in life. And if that is so, then I have to ask you, maybe what you have going here is a distraction. And perhaps you should start focusing in on yourself and your own life and, your own advancement, your own retirement funds, all these things. Focus in on yourself and making your life a couple steps better. Okay, and thank you so much for sending me the email, all of you, all three of you. And as I had said before, anybody who wants to have their emails read first, just send me an email, and then you'll get your reading first. Okay, so.
Yep. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good week. I know I did. It's been a fun week. Got ourselves an air fryer.
Oh, yum. Those are great. I can't wait to make egg rolls in the air fryer.
Yeah, well, let's get started with our first question from the High Priestess. Can I get a love reading for October?
Well, of course you
Okay,
can.
High Priestess gonna get laid in the next 2 weeks.
You suppose I should use the runes?
No, but I think we should just send her batteries. I mean, I realize they're all rechargeable now, but plug it in.
Trust me, if I had an air horn, I'd be blowing that
You've been blowing the air horn?
at you.
Oh. Great. Deafening me.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's fine. This is the right side. Yeah, go ahead. You're always sitting on my right, so go ahead, deafen that side.
Okay. High Priestess Tarot and love. So the first thing I get is the Nine of Cups. But it's the Nine of Cups reversed. This is one of those cards that's so positive. There's very rarely a negative thing about it. But when it's reversed like that, it says, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. And you have the Nine of Swords, but again, the Nine of Swords reversed. So I'm seeing you, you're coming into a cycle where you're more relaxed and maybe letting go of some of the stress that's been controlling your life and your dreams for a while. I see that as becoming a passing thing. I also think that it feels like maybe you'll hear from a school. There's just something about education reaching out to you, but I think this may be a school where you've gone before, where maybe they're telling you about postgraduate classes or whatever. All right. And then you have the 10 of coins reversed. All right, so it worries me a little bit that these cards are reversed, but I feel good about the good things I see here. The 10 of coins, even when it's reversed, it does indicate a well-grounded, good financial situation. But, there's all these little questions because you're kind of a restless soul and you wanted a love reading. So, yes, you will get you will get a love reading, but I think you're going to find somebody who ultimately is more serious about the relationship than you are, and that is kind of an uncomfortable situation. But you just wanted to know about love, so there you go. Are you going to get it? Yes. Unfortunately, he might fall in love with you, dear.
Oh no!
It's got to be a two-way street. Lala Loopsy's here. Aura's here. Bonita's here.
Kangan is here. Okay, let's see. Bonita wants to know about her love life too.
Okay.
More specifically, who?
Who? Who's coming? Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to change it up to the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. Yeah.
Lena
Yeah.
Rand.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Okay.
They tell such nice stories.
Yes, the Lenormand does. Okay, Bonita, you're getting the Lenormand. And a little bit of a shake there. Ooh, Bonita. Okay, so I don't really believe in useless information. I'm sure there is some out there, but I always feel like any information I get in a reading is useful. And these two together right ahead of you are kind of a warning. And it's like right now you're headed in a direction, where you've got home and hearth. So you're headed to a nice cozy spot. But they're saying don't let down your guard. And I get it, the idea that they might be talking about vaccinations here. So make sure you're current with your vaccinations. Make sure that you keep up with your meds. Make sure that you keep up with your health. Because I see these two cards as really working together. And they're just saying, man, be careful about your health. But it's kind of putting it right in your hands. So just because you're in a warm, comfortable place doesn't mean that you can abandon the things that you needed to do to maintain your health. And the question was, who is coming toward me? And I do see someone coming your way, and it is a time of partying and plenty. So I'm pretty sure that would be Christmas. And when I saw the bear, I really got an impression of somebody maybe Eastern European or even Russian. I'm just getting this somebody who has a bit of an accent. Ooh, yes. Yes, love is coming your way. And I get this feeling that, like, you remember I said a time of plenty and party? I'm pretty sure it's over the holidays. Yeah. Interesting. A lot of 4s and 5s. There he is. There the two of you are. And you wanted to know who is...
Slide all of those up.
Sure. And you wanted to know who is coming your way. And so what I see is somebody who is like I said, maybe Eastern European. I get someone who's swarthy, darker skin. Um, maybe not ebony level dark, but darker skin, darker eyes. He seems to maybe Romanian because he does have romantic within him, and he's a writer. And he's a romantic, and he gives flowers, and he says flowery things, and it's so nice. And as you travel, just make sure that you take care of your health. The number fours and fives play a big part in your reading. And fours are a number of stability, and fives are a number of change. And so when I see these, I think that perhaps what the cards are telling you is don't be in too much of a hurry to stabilize your life. You know, maybe this is a good time to embrace the change that comes. Because as it ends up, there is a new day, but it is right next to him. And you do seem to be a matched pair. He does seem to be a little bit, he reads as being a little bit older, but I don't think it's like chronologically older. I think he's just a really old soul. All right, so that's who's coming your way, Bonita. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Kangan, congratulations on that permanent residency letter. Woohoo! Awesome. Our next question is from Joanne. Is my landlord trying to get rid of me? And if so, why? Because somebody's been whispering in his ear that he can get more money for it. You need to remind him why you're a good tenant and how much of a hassle getting a new tenant could be because you don't know what you're going to get. You might end up with more money, but you might end up with a really big headache and sweat as well.
Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. But that all sounds pretty wise to me and very logical. See if we get the 4 or the 6 of Pentacles. 4, 5, or 6 of Pentacles. Any of them. Four of Cups. Yeah, he's there. This is coming from a place of dissatisfaction. So perhaps, okay. Let's see what the last one is. There's the money. There's the money. Okay, yeah, it does come from a place of dissatisfaction. And it's not that he doesn't like you, it's that he could get a lot more money if you moved out and he did just something real simple like put in new windows or something. So it does boil down to the money, not being satisfied with what he can get.
Yeah, well, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Well, she asked why.
Yep.
Will he be able to do it is a question.
Don't know. Don't know where Joanne lives. Laws
Yes.
are different everywhere.
Yes. I hope you're lucky enough to live in Ontario because we have some pretty good protections there.
All right. Lala Loopsy. Does the Sagittarius CV like me?
Okay. So, all loops CV. Okay. Does he like her?
CV is a little slow. You might have to use a hammer to get him to notice you.
Figuratively speaking.
No.
Okay.
You gotta turn that deck around.
I swear. But you know, sometimes when they're all reversed like that, it doesn't mean anything, and sometimes it just shows it's a little bit clouded. Um, he's really on the fence. You know, he's far enough along in life where he's looking for the one, and so he hasn't even started to approach a relationship with you, and he's already saying, I wonder if she's the one. So I don't know what he'll decide here. He's really letting his expectations of, he wants to settle down, but he wants to settle down with a woman that's the right woman, that's not going to spend all his money, that's not going to, he's,
He wants to settle down, but he doesn't want to settle.
yeah. And he doesn't want to spend time with anything else, and he doesn't want to risk falling in love with someone who is not the one. Gee, Prince Charming, I wish you luck with that one. But does the Sagittarius like you? Yes, yes. The fact that he's thinking about you and the future. Yes, he likes you. The question is he going to do anything about it?
And our next question comes from 1025. Is my sister jealous of me? And if so, why?
Because as soon as I saw that question, I got two sentences. Yes, and you know why.
Well, I can guarantee you, it's not because you're uglier than her. It's not because you're poorer than her. It's not because you're less successful than her.
Okay, so yeah, there's there's a whole lot in the middle.
But it's your fault.
Yes, that's my phone. My phone is in the other room. Ding.
I said it's your fault.
Oh, yeah, because I see, like, when you guys set off, you've got two who are given the same, who are, your parents worked on getting you on the same playing field. So all you had to do was take a little advice from them, and they're offering you education. Take the education, and live the kind of life that they're trying to recommend you live, and all these things. Not running around and traveling too much, and willing to embrace change. And one did you, and one didn't your sister. So now we look at where you're at right now, and one is living the life that their parents groomed them to live, you, and the other one is kind of at a standstill in life, your sister. And she had the same opportunities as you. So I think it kind of holds a mirror up to herself. So yes, she's jealous of you. And she's jealous of you because you succeeded and she didn't. In her eyes.
Kara James. We're going to get to you right after we do our little special segment of Pick a Card. We'll be right back. Welcome to this week's Pick a Card for the week of October 16, 2023. Sally's going to shuffle her cards, pull 3 of them. You pick one of those cards ahead of time, and the reading for that card is your reading for the week. Let's go.
Hi, friends. And which card will you pick this week? Will you pick card number 1? Card number 2? Pick carefully. Or card number 3? So which card did you pick? Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for the week is the Two of Coins reversed. And with the Two of Coins, it's kind of juggling a decision and trying to make a decision. And so when it's reversed, it's kind of like next week you're going to be put in you are going to be put in a situation that you had no decision in. You are going to be put in a situation that's beyond your control. So make sure you allow yourself a lot of time and be true to yourself through this process. Don't be afraid to stand up to somebody who might be bullying you or dumping their work on you, because it just feels like, yeah, you're kind of put in a little bit of a no-win situation, but you will be able to stand up to yourself. Good luck. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for the week is a 9 of Coins reversed. And this is about a career path. And it says, on your career path, next week you might find yourself doing a little bit of backsliding. It feels like, instead of taking one step forward, you're going to be taking one step back. But toward the end of the week, you'll take 2 steps forward. So you'll still end up better at the end of the week than you were at the beginning of the week, but it does start with a step back. Okay. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for the week is the Knight of Swords reversed. And the Knight of Swords represents kind of destructive, negative kind of energy. And he is reversed. So this week, people who have in the past stood in your way, in the past made life difficult for you, these people will not have a lot of power this week. So this is a good week to kind of challenge past bullies. This is a good week to go ahead and do what you've wanted to do, because it feels like the people who are standing in your way have no power this week. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in to Pick a Card, and we will see you again next week. Bye-bye.
And we're back to our regular scheduled programming of answering your questions on the chat. Jeez, we're both having a hard time while talking today. Kara James wants a reading for the rest of October. All right, what does Kara? No, we started that, and I said we'll get to her after.
Oh, okay.
Not surprised you didn't hear that. You rarely hear me.
Selective hearing.
Yep. 25 years of learning to tune me out.
I was going to point out that you do the same.
25 years of learning to tune you out.
Oh my goodness. Let's see where. Oh, here we go. So, Kara James, the rest of October. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for Kara. All right, so it starts out with the 9 of Wands. It's the 9 of Wands reversed, and the 9 of Wands right side up talks about, a defensive posture and sort of obstacles and excuses and procrastination and all those other things that kind of keep you in one spot. But when it's reversed like that, it says in the first as you come into this next week in October, you're going to find that it's a little bit easier to move forward, and some of the obstacles that were in your way before will be removed. Have you ever heard the phrase, make hay while the sun shines? As soon as obstacles are removed, go forward as fast as you can, as fast and as far as you can. And one of the obstacles that seems to be removed around you is the distribution of money. It feels like the purse strings are loosening a bit for you, and I'm not sure whether that's at work or at home, and maybe a bit of both. But just know that as you come into like the 20th to the 25th of October, you'll see the purse strings starting to loosen up a bit for you. And then you have the Ten of Wands, but again, Ten of Wands reversed. And the Ten of Wands is usually about being overburdened, and so overburdened that you can't move forward. But when it's reversed like that, it feels like some of the burden is some of your burden is relieved. And I'd like to refer back to the Nine of Wands. So part of obstacles getting out of your way toward the end of October is this idea that you're going to be you're not going to be as loaded down with busy work. But it feels like, like I keep saying, the purse strings are going to open up a bit. So I'm thinking maybe you're going to get a promotion, and perhaps or perhaps somebody help you out.
Well, there you go, Kara. And who we got next here? Da-da. Belk. How is Daidu feeling for me? Well, let's find out.
Yes.
Let's find out about Daidu.
Okay. And I see that Suzanne has liked the
perhaps
show.
it's Didu. I could be wrong. Yes, thank you, Miss Suzanne. Everybody should like the show.
Oh, please do. It helps us so very much.
Better yet, share it to your social feed.
Yes. Do both.
Yeah.
You're allowed to do both, and we appreciate everything you do to help us as far as sharing and getting the word out about our channel. Okay, so Belk wants to know about Daidu.
Or Didu.
Either way, it sounds like kind of goddess kind of name. Pretty cool. Okay, so well, Bill, first and foremost, Didu is thinking about ways to kind of steer the relationship her way. So if this is a relationship that's just starting to unfold, then she's probably going to do things to make sure that you guys are a little closer together. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I would say that that Daidu, what was the question? Her feelings? Her feelings are well, she wants a relationship with you. She wants this togetherness, and she's certainly sending out her little charms and prayers or whatever. It's kind of like she's already asking the universe to bring the two of you closer together. I feel like maybe you're coming from two different walks of life, because for some reason you seem to be a little bit shy, where she's having to do use charm and charms to kind of get the ball rolling here. But this is somebody who wants to move forward with you.
Speaking of moving forward, Patricia's got midterms coming up this week.
Whew.
How's she going to do in those?
Oh, I remember midterms.
The one that you think you're doing really well in, you need to study more on.
Yeah. Isn't that usually how it works? Okay, so Patricia's midterms. Yeah. He's good. You know, when I met him, well, we didn't meet, but we were actually at the same fair. Was I think the last fair his dad did, and his dad was a pretty well known psychic, Peter the Great.
He was not called the Great.
Oh, the Great Peter.
No, just Peter. How's
Peter.
that?
I don't know why I keep putting great there, but he was.
It wasn't a Char Rasa. Hey, that's what you're thinking of.
Ah, okay. So anyhow, his dad was a well known and rather good psychic, and so I lost my train of thought. But anyhow,
Oh, I was right about your cards there.
yes, very much right, because this is something that's working out. You've got the 8 of Coins. It's great. Your midterms will go very well, except that one, the one that you think you're so professional at.
And remember, just because it wasn't talked about in the classroom, if it's in the textbook, you're supposed to know it.
Yeah, because I got a feeling you're gonna lose it on stupid questions.
We never went through that. It was in the textbook.
And yet there's one here that the professors works hand in hand. This is a really probably younger professor, and he's looking to maybe turn her into student aid or something. I think because he's thinking about you know
All right.
when Ed was her.
Well, not to worry. They're not curving on a grade, grading on a curve. Yeah, never mind. Okay. Kangan, how will my 2024 be?
Well, that's a big question. How about let's see what you need to know going into 2024. What do you need to know the most? That usually gets you a pretty good answer. Okay. So what does Kagan need to know? Kangan need to know for 2024. Okay, so two things. First off, 2024 is the year that the love finds you. Second, you're being warned here about incurring debt. So be very, very careful with your money. And if there's any way you can get around incurring any kind of debt, please do so. Okay. So happy 2024 to you.
All right. That was for Kangan. Next, we got Lynette. Messages from Spirit.
Okay.
Sorry, your spirits are drunk.
Oh, I saw a T-shirt that said, "I think my guardian angel drinks." Okay, so message from Spirit for Lynette. Okay. So one of the messages, they're showing me a crossroads, but it just seems so clean. It I get this feeling that they're telling me you're coming up to a crossroads in life and a lot faster than you expect. You've had some future goals, future plans, future dreams, something along those lines, but it's almost like your 5-year plan is going to come into fruition in 6 months or something like that, because I think that you're coming up to a crossroads that you want to, that you want to be at, but you're coming to it much quicker than you expect. So get ready for change. Keep in mind you asked for it. Okay.
Sissy B, how does Body feel about me?
See, love that name. So, Sissy and Body. I had to smile at that one. The high priestess flipped over, and so it says that you already know, you already know you already know the answer to that. You're just looking for confirmation. But I think that your intuition's right here. Let's see what the cards have to say.
Oh no, the camera froze up on me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's okay then. So, there we go.
There we are. Okay, so Sissy and Body. What?
Don't tell myself.
Oh. Okay, so I know that Body has had some bad experiences because he's coming in sort of like a wounded soldier. It feels like he was not able to deliver what was expected of him in the last relationship because he comes into this phase of his life feeling like the fallen leader kind of thing. So feeling like he's let somebody down. But now he comes to the present with you, and you've got this judgment card. You know that something that he's been waiting for a long time is coming through, and I think you feel that way too. And I think what you feel is right. And the only thing that worries me about Body is he can be a little jealous, and so take it or leave it. He does see a great deal of potential in you. Okay.
And next we have Rosa, who wants to know what Maloud's current feelings are for them.
Ooh. He sounds like a charmer. So, Maloud's current feelings toward Rosa. Maloud and Rosa. There we are. Okay, so you start out with barriers and boundaries coming down. So I think that he's already started to pay a little bit more attention to you. And you've got the Chariot and the Nine of Coins. And so you wanted to know what his current feelings are about you. He wants to start a relationship. He thinks that you guys can work well together. And there is when he looks at the relationship, he sees a ring at the end of the road. So he is pretty serious about you.
Well, there you go, Rosa. And next we have Haunting Live Podcast. Haunting Live Podcast wants to know, how will this week for the both of us go?
Okay. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Well, there's an offer. Bit of confusion. More than a little bit of confusion. And there's talk of money. Sorry about that. So you want to know how this week is going to go. It's kind of, it feels like kind of good news, bad news. It's like, you'll get a lot of praise, but unfortunately, not as much money as you'd like. But praise is nice.
Lucid Dreams would like a love reading for the last 2 weeks of October.
Lucid dreams.
Lucid dreams, crazy fantasies, thin line.
Yeah, okay. Love reading for October.
Yep.
So, I'm starting to lose my voice a little here. I have, overall, it looks like, there, that's better. You start out with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And so there's this idea of these two coming together. And it's a reminder that going forward in love and relationships, it's something that a relationship has got to have more than one person. You have to have both people working on it and taking care of it in order for a relationship to grow. It's not like something you just pick up off of a store shelf. Okay, so there's that reminder. But because this is here at all, says if you're willing to put forth the effort, then you can start to build the foundations of a good long-term love. And then you have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is just like what's right up ahead. And you may have to make some decisions in the area of love and let someone go. Okay, so that's October.
Okay, and who is next? Sophia V. Can I trust my child's father's intentions?
Oops. All right. Okay, Sophia and her child's father's intentions. Her baby daddy intentions. Okay, so let's see.
If you cause him grief, he's just going to give you grief right back.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
It froze up again.
Okay, so you want to know the intentions. And I think that he's looking to redo the custody agreement, maybe. Because it looks like he comes to you, he leads with money. He leads with money, and then there's the legalities. But part of the legalities is him having more access to the child. So that's your choice to make. But that's his intentions. However he's putting this forth, it boils down to he wants more time with the child.
Sorry, folks, about the overhead camera keeps freezing on me. I think I got a wonky cable there. Okay, next we have Benopsha. Wants a message.
Okay.
Message from the guides for the rest of October.
And so we go to,
You know, they plan further ahead for you than more than 2 weeks, right?
yeah, but people tend to walk around looking at the feet.
Yeah, and then they bump into other people who are looking into their feet.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting this idea of, get on with it, get on with it, get on with it kind of thing. And they're making me, I'm wondering if maybe, if maybe you tend to stand in one place and worry about something, and stand in a place a place of indecision too long. So right now you have to remember that a bad decision is better than indecision. And so you can't, for the next little while, your guides would like you to just make a decision and live with it. Don't look back. Don't regret any decisions you make. Just one foot in front of the other, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, so they really want you to drop the indecisiveness.
Okay, next up, Brother Chris. I've been off balance lately with spiritual energy. What are the cards saying about that?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Which one do I want to pull? Okay, so as you have a lot of things on the go at once, and it feels like life is just throwing a tornado at you, really. You've been spun around and put down and spun around and put down again. Okay, so let's see. It doesn't surprise me at all that you feel off balance spiritually. Let's see. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so first you have the bear, then you have the pig. And both of them are animals that they're both on four legs. So that does talk about balance and you needing assistance with the balance. And I know you have had it. So they're just showing that you've been walking around on four legs, so to speak, for a while. Okay. And, wow. So, but it feels like you do get a calling from something you love, and where are we? Spiritual energy. Okay, so there is something coming up with spiritual energy. Um, I do see a deceiver here, but I also see something new coming your way. So, and this does feel like it's with the spiritual energy. So I do think that you have an opportunity coming your way in the not too distant future. Yeah, they've really tried to adjust your path. I think you kept going down some wrong paths. Nice, nice. Okay. So here I see you getting back into what you know the best. And so my guess is, I think that would be your paranormal investigations. And I know that you're working a little bit on that. But when I look at the path ahead. It seems to be very good. I would worry about a competitor that might be have a bit of a sharp tongue. Okay, so your spirit, everything that's been happening to you is trying to adjust your path. If you don't listen to the universe the first time out, they will adjust your path with some enthusiasm. I do see some moving ahead in your love life. So I think that the marriage plans might be coming a little closer.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more since it's a little bit after 10 already. Let's see if we can help Alicia Trillo with her lost ring.
Oh my
She
goodness.
took it off to try on other rings at an outdoor vendor. She thinks she dropped it in an open case or floor. Alicia suspects the vendor stole it. Is she correct?
Does the vendor have a kid? Because I do see like a hand coming up as a little hand. So that's what I see. Yeah. See what the cards have to say. Yeah, it wasn't the vendor. It's not who you think it was. It was a kid. And he just, it just feels like he was really sneaky. Well, of course, he was sneaky about it, but I think he did it right under your nose. And you didn't even notice him.
Well, that was our last reading for today for Alicia. If you've been waiting to have your question answered, I'm sorry. We can only do so much. As you can tell, Sally's voice is starting to give out a bit.
Yes.
If you do want your question answered right off the bat next week, send in the email. Let's get that up there on the screen. info@sallydiane.com. And we'll get to those email questions at the beginning of the show each and every week. If you would like a reading in person, you can call the Spa near the tracks. That's the name of the place. 519-272-1293. Or if you want a reading online, send an email to info@sallydiane.com and she'll get you all squared away for virtual readings on Zoom or Messenger or whatever her fancy is that day. Any last words?
Have a good week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.